Okay, hello. So in this video what we're going to be doing is looking at base building. Now this is just a simple guide to building bases for people that are new to DayZ, and that people, if they haven't done this before and they want to know what materials to use and how to go about building a simple base, then obviously check the rest of this video out and I'll go through it. Everything you can see is in front of us that we're going to need apart from the fire. I've pretty much got a fire going because I'm on a winter server and I don't want to die. What I would say before I start is if you like the video and you're into DayZ content and hints and tips, how to add mods, etc., general DayZ gameplay, then hit the subscribe button and the like button and I'd really appreciate it. So getting straight into the video, then what we're going to do, we're going to look first at some of the materials and stuff that we're going to use. Again, like I said, ignore the fire, okay? The firewood on the fireplace is just there for the heat of the minute so I can warm myself up if needed. So what we're going to need is logs, we're going to need planks, we're going to need hammers, saws, nails, pliers for building a gate, we've got a watchtower kit and a fence kit, we've got the actual wire for the gate building, we've got shovels to obviously make our base, we've got axes that we're going to use to get materials, and then we've got ways of locking the base and securing it. Now because I'm playing on a modded server I do have a code lock in, but if you weren't you can use the combination lock, so hence the reason I've got both in. Now axes, for this we're not going to need an actual axe at the moment because I've actually spawned the materials in myself. So I'm just going to show you now where you can actually get logs and planks from, okay? What you're going to need to get logs and planks, and this goes the same for the watchtower kit because we're going to need sticks and a rope, okay? So a rope isn't something I've spawned in because we've actually got it, but you will need a rope. Now to make these you need a rope and sticks. A rope can either be found on the ground or you can actually make them at the moment from animal guts, I believe. You can definitely do it from bear guts because I've tried it. I haven't tried other animals, but you can craft rope. So once we've got our saw and our axe, what we're going to do is run to a tree or a bush. So when we're at the bush here, to get sticks is simple. You just need to craft them, pretty much it tells you on the side. And then okay, so we've got a long stick, okay? So what we're going to need to do is take that into our hands, and you can see at the bottom left it says hold to split. So we're just going to split this in 2 sticks. Once we've split this into 2 sticks, you're just going to sort of craft it together then with a rope. So for this, I shall spawn a rope in just to show you. So we have our rope, we have our sticks, so we've got 3 short sticks. And then if you can see at the bottom there it says craft fence kit. If you had an extra stick to get 4, it would give you the option to craft watchtower kit as well. So that's a simple way, guys, of actually getting your watchtower kits and your fence kits. As you can see, we're left with a stick. Now to actually get your logs, you just need to run to a tree and chop a tree down. This then will actually generate the log for you. So as you can see, I don't need to chop the whole tree down for this demonstration. There's a log there. And then if you bring the saw into your hands, and you can see craft wooden plank. So once you craft the plank with the saw, you'll then be left with the planks, and obviously that's how we can get our logs and planks, etc., and our sticks for our watchtower kit. So because I'd spawned the stuff in, I just thought I would show you obviously how to do it anyways. We'll run back to our fire. We'll take the planks with us because we may as well, because we're going to be using them, and then we're going to get straight then out of crafting a simple base. Now this isn't going to be a massive base. This is just going to be a basic one, but it's going to show you enough how to start, how to build, and obviously then, you know, the world's your oyster. Then you can pretty much do whatever you want, wherever you want, especially if you've got the base building kit on. So to build the base, we're just going to build it here, okay? So we're going to build a simple base. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place our fence kit. And just to show you before I place it, if you can see the little notches, so on the bottom, you can just see on the top screen there's a little notch. You need to make sure they're pointing out. So whichever way they're pointing, out is obviously going to be the external of the base. So once you've got your kit pointed out, and you can see the notch there, look, where the cursor is there, that's pointing out, that's pointing away. So this is going to be the inside of the base, and then this is going to be the outside of the base. So what we're going to need then is 2 logs. And the first 2 logs are just going to be, they're just going to enable us to set the base foundation up really before we can start adding the planks and stuff. I'm not really sure why I put these far away, but we'll get these 2 logs placed in. So we're just going to attach the second log, and as you can see, once you go up to it, you've got the option of attach, or if you press tab, you've got one of the 2 there, so you can either drag from here and place in to make the 2, or you can just click the attach button. Now what we're going to need now is our shovel. what our shovel does, not down, is puts in our base location. Okay, so if you can see there, you're pointing down at the cursor at the base. It says hold base, so that's all we're going to do is hold this down, and then obviously build this up. Once we've got this built, then we're going to actually add our planks to it, okay? And we can actually add nails, etc. And we're actually going to build the wall. So we're just going to store the shovel for the time being in our backpack, and we're going to, as you can see, you get the fence kit back, so you can reuse this. So if you wanted to put another fence kit here, there, you can just keep going, okay? So what we're going to need now, we're going to need now some planks. So I've got some planks. We're also going to need some nails. And just so you know, the reason I'm using the bottom here is because this up here stuff is my actual in-game stuff, which I haven't spawned in. I've actually found, so I don't want to get these mixed up with the materials that I'm actually using now. So that's the reason why I've got some empty containers here, because I want to try and keep them separate. So yeah, once we've got some nails, we've got some planks, and we're going to grab a hammer. We're going to run back to our base at the minute. So as you can see, the base at the minute has nothing on. So it's the same option as you've got using the logs. You can either take some planks in your hand and then click the mouse button to attach, and the planks will appear on the floor, or you can just do what I did earlier and drag them in. So for this, I'm going to drag them in. So once you've got your nails and your planks, it then gives you the option of building lower frame. So again, we are just going to hold on the mouse button to build a lower frame. And once that's built, then we're just going to fill this in, okay? So we're going to build the lower frame, we're going to turn it into a wall. So you've got an option then to turn into a wall. Okay, so that's done. Build upper frame, and again we're just going to repeat. So we're going to build upper frame and upper wall. Okay, so that's it. So there is our first wall of our base done. So as you can see, that's what it looks like from the outside, and that's what it looks like from the inside. We've got a couple of materials left over, so I'm just going to store them, because what you want to do, I mean, for this demonstration, it's easy enough for me. I can just spawn stuff in, but when you're playing on the server, you're going to need to keep all the materials you can, okay? So to quickly then, as we've built that now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that into our gate. So that's going to become our gate. So what we're going to need is we need a pliers. Sorry, we need a wire and then a pliers. Pliers over here, Chris. So we've got our wires, we've got our plier. We're going to go back to our gate. Again, it's going to give you the attach option or the drag it in option. So I'm not going to go over that anymore, okay, because it is that simple. You get your pliers in your hand. You go up to the gate, you point down, and you hold down the mouse button. It then says, obviously, create gate or build gate. So once we tighten the wire, we then have a gate, so then we can actually open and close as we wish. So that's easily done. So we're not going to need the pliers for the rest of this, because I'm only going to give you the one to demonstrate, so I'm just going to put that out of the way. And I don't want my fire going dead when I'm doing this, so I'm just going to spawn some wood in. Okay, cool. So what we're going to look at now is locking it up. Now there are two types of locks. For this, I'm going to use the code lock because it's easier. I did bring in the combination lock just to show you that it is available for you, but I'm going to use the code lock. So as you can see, it says attach code lock. So we attach it. We're going to set a password. So for this, I'm just going to put a brief password in and initiate. Confirm the password. Initiate lock. So now that is locked. So if you didn't know the password now and you run up to this gate, it wouldn't let you in. Okay, so that's the simple way so far of building a gate or a fence. Obviously we turned it into a gate by putting the wire on, and obviously being able to lock that up. So what I'm going to show you now is how to build a watchtower. So a watchtower, we're going to need a watchtower kit. We are going to place it... Whoop. We are going to place it just on the side. So as you can see, the watchtower kit's a bit different, okay? It's actually got 3 sides and then an empty place at the back. So we are going to put this up to our gate. I'm not going to be too fussed in what we do with it, because like I said, this is purely for demonstration purposes only. So that's a watchtower kit. Now the only difference with the watchtower kit to the fence kit, I say the only difference is there's a few differences, but the main one is that we are going to need 4 logs instead of 2 logs. So we're just going to put this up and get these logs inputted. So just bear with me and we'll do this. We'll get the 4 logs. As you can see, what you need to really point at the back. So when you're walking into the watchtower, it needs to be at the back edge there, the empty edge. If you go further to the watchtower, it's not going to give you the option. So either turn around and point behind, or make sure you're doing it obviously as you're approaching. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get these 4 logs put in, and then we'll go from there. So this is the last log now we're going to attach. Okay, so once we attach this log, you can see that we've got the 4. Again, we're going to use our shovel to build base. And this is going to give us 4 pillars then instead of the 2, obviously, because we put 4 logs. So instead of having the 2, you'll see in a moment it's going to have 4 pillars. So our 4 pillars now for our watchtower kit are up, okay? So what we're going to need now is a load of planks. Again, you can store the watchtower kit. It doesn't take it off you. You can reuse it. You can also, if you need the rope for anything else, you can also split it down and use it for other things. So we're going to get some more planks at the minute, because we're going to need a few for this. We're going to grab some more nails. Okay, so we're going to go back to our watchtower kit. Now it's going to give you the option when you're in the middle. Obviously you've got difference again is you've got left, front, right. So you can build up each side if you want. So for this we're going to build up the front. Okay, so you need to pop the planks in the front. We'll also need to pop the nails in the front. And we'll just chuck these planks on top for the moment. And we're going to get our hammer, and we're going to build the lower frame. And again, repeating now what we do with the fence, it's just a matter of building the lower frame and the upper frame again. Okay, so this is the last bit of the front wooden wall going in. Now what we're going to do, because the right hand side is just going to be the side of our base, obviously this is just going to be a small base I'm going to make just for purely demonstrational purposes. Obviously I would build a bigger one if I was playing on a proper server. So we're going to move them planks now and to the right hand side. Okay, so you'll see them now pointing on the right. Again, if you wanted them on the left, you would just obviously put them left. We're going to go and grab some more. And then we're going to build the right side up of our base, and then I'm going to show you then how to put the roof on. So how to build a roof and stairs, and then obviously you can go to a floor above, and then I'll show you then how to continue. Now you can do this for 3 levels on a normal watchtower. There are ways to go higher if you build them back to back, but this is going to be more of a simple base building guide, so I'm not really going to go into that today. So that's the side of our base done, okay? So if you look at it from the front now, you can see it's coming on. You've got the entrance. Then you can have a watchtower, and that's going to be blocked off. So to build your roof, what you're going to need. To build your roof, you need to put this in the base option, okay? So you need to drag your planks and your nails and put them in the base part of it. We're just going to drag a few more nails on there. Okay, so that's cool. So then you need to look down, and it's going to give you an option to build roof. So you need to build your roof first. Once you've got your roof built, we're then going to build the stairs to enable us to obviously climb. So you can see our roof is on. We're now going to build the stairs. So you can see again, because we've got planks and nails there, we're gonna. And now if it doesn't give you this option, it's just going to be because you're short on planks or nails. So just check how many you do have. But then we're going to build our stairs. Okay, so as you can see, we've used all our planks. We're going to get the leftover remaining nails and just combine them up. And now you've got the stairs for our watchtower. Okay, so that's nice and simple. So to continue building up with the watchtower, we're going to need to attach 4 logs. Again, you need to point at the back. So I've just attached the 4. Now the difference with this is you're not going to need a shovel, okay? Once you're up the first level, what you need is the hammer. And again, walk forward, point roughly towards the stairs. You can see it says build floor. And then the 4 is going to pull up it's pretty much just going to pull up the 4 logs again. And that's done. Okay, now for this purpose, I'm not going to add on the sides. What I'm going to do is just build a roof just to show you again how that's done. So it says base 2. So we've got our materials added now for base 2. It's going to be build roof. And then we're just going to build the stairs. And then that will take us up another level. So this is the highest level you can go up just building one watchtower. As you can see, we're pretty high up. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you briefly how to add a roof. So what I'm going to do just for this is I'm going to spawn the materials in up here, okay? Okay, so to build the roof now, okay, to put a roof on your watchtower, what you're going to need is you're going to need sheet metal, logs. So first of all, we are going to build the floor. Okay, you can't build another stairs on this now, on this level. So once you've built the floor, you've got your 4 bases up. You can see the place for sheet metal. So we're going to drag the sheet metal in. I believe you need 6, but I might be mistaken. We should be left with 4. I think it's 6 per roof, okay? So we've dragged the nails in. We are going to also need some planks. So we can add some planks to it as well, okay? And then it should enable you to build roof. So there you see, build roof. So once we build the roof, it's going to give us a nice sheet metal roof on top of our watchtower. And obviously you can build these if you want, like the thumbnail one, like I've got in the thumbnail. I built these right round 3 high, took me ages. It took 3 of us, something like 3 nights with admin tools spawning stuff in because I wanted to see what you could do. But if you look at that, now you've got a nice watchtower. So you've got a nice watchtower now and a gate. So yeah, there it is. Anyway, there's the base that's been finished. Like I said, I've pretty much just looped it around just to show you how to enclose it all in. It isn't going to win any base awards, but the gist of it is, if you follow the procedures that we went through at the start, you can build wherever you wanted. I just pretty much wanted to show you that if you looped it around, obviously you can seal it in. Even a base this size can fit a little car in and a couple of bars of storage, etc. as a temporary hidey hole or base. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you now what I explained earlier about miscellaneous items. Now there are two types that I use quite a lot of. Number one is the cam net. Obviously playing on a winter server, a cam net isn't really going to help you that much because it's a winter server, so you're pretty much going to see it anyway. But you get the gist. You can put cam nets up around, even if it's just for decoration, if it's something that you like. We could put one on the gate, and we'll stick one here. So as you come outside, like I said, this on a winter server isn't really going to do much good because it's winter, but you get the gist. You can put cam nets up. The other thing I like to add is barbed wire. Now, if I'm not going to put barbed wire on, but if you see here, if you drag barbed wire and drag it into these slots, obviously you've got the lower and upper, and then it's pretty much just use your pliers exactly the same as what you would to turn this into a gate. So guys, that's been a simple tutorial. As you can see by the thumbnail, you can build as big as you want. You can loop watchtowers right round if you've got the time and patience and the materials to do it. For this, I just wanted to get something together, pretty much just to show you how to, what materials that you were going to use, and obviously, you know, the basic guys to build. So, like I said before, the world's your oyster. Really, you can build what you want depending on what server you're on, and you don't get raided. But if you're playing on a PvE server, you can build what you want. But guys, thanks for watching. If there's any comments or if there's anything I've missed out or anything you want to know more information on, just drop me a comment below and I'll certainly help you out. And if there's any basic guides, I know this is basically for beginners. Anybody with much DayZ experience, this video isn't probably going to be much use, or it's not going to be any use. But if you're starting off and you want to know, everybody's got to learn somewhere, then obviously this is a video for you. So guys, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you've watched all the way through, and I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Cheers.